So we're recording now, and Tim, you are now host. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Okay. So give me 2 seconds. So hopefully everybody can see our screen. Okay, so welcome to Cloud Token with Duncan and myself. My name is Tim Mandeville. I've been around the Bitcoin and crypto market for about 4.5 years now. I got involved in Bitcoin at an early stage, well under $1,000 US, and watched its meteoric rise to 20,000 and its retracement back to 3,900 earlier on this year. But what sort of transpired during that time was that there were lots of companies coming to market with great ideas, and they would launch ICOs. And then there were other companies coming to market that had lending platforms that were offering the most amazing amounts of interest on a daily basis if you gave them your coins. And so we all entered into a multitude of ICOs and lending platforms and everything during the year of 2017, and probably 95% of them stole our money. And one in particular crucified me and a lot of my friends, called BitConnect. And yeah, I had a team under me with about $2.5 million US in it, and personal wallets with my partner at over 600,000. So to have all of that swiped away from you was a pretty horrible thing, and it kept me out of the market, I guess, until earlier on this year when I met up with Duncan and we got involved in a project then. But what all of those experiences have taught me, and indeed a lot of seasoned people that have been involved in this new technology that a lot of people are just getting to grips with now, is that if you follow some basic rules, you will not lose your money. But if you become greedy and ignore them, you're going to lose it. It's absolutely just that simple. So it is really, really important that you do due diligence. And with the presentation that I'm going to go through tonight, I'm going to give you a lot of information. And you can take my word for it, but I would also strongly suggest that you follow up and do your own checking on that, because you guys are all adults. And if you want to press the button and join us and, put your money into our wallets and start getting the returns, it's your call. Nobody is making or forcing you to do it. However, I've had some very, very strict rules. I have 9 rules that anything that I look at has to tick. And if all 9 of those things aren't ticked, I don't involve myself in it. And the last 2 that I have become involved with, or 3 now, should I say, tick all 9 of those things, including Cloud Token, which is why I'm still here, and all 3 of those projects are still here and working. All right. So anyway, let me tell you about Cloud Token. It is a store of exchange, or it's a store. You can exchange your tokens on it, and you can earn and spend them as well with our point of sale and other things that are coming over the course of this year. It rewards you between 8 and 12% to hold your money on your mobile wallet. Very important for you to understand. It's not you lending your money to the company's wallet. Okay, so if you hold your money now on an exchange, they hold your money. If that exchange gets hacked, bye-bye your money. If you hold it in a Trezor or a Nano Ledger or anything like that, it's a cold storage unit. It's your wallet. Nobody can take your funds from you. Okay, it's exactly the same with Cloud Token. It is your wallet. You have a set of private keys that will be coming extremely soon for the main storage wallet. And you also have all your mnemonics and your codes to get in and out with full transparency on everything. Okay. Rule 1, know the owners of your company. If you cannot find out who owns your company, do not join it. Because if an owner does not want to put his face to something that he is promoting worldwide, then there's an issue as far as I'm concerned. Okay. There are such things, yes, I understand non-disclosure agreements and all of those sort of things sometimes that take place, but we're in the blockchain technology now, and through all the scamming that's taken place over the last few years, it is expected that people put a face to what they are trying to do. And if they don't, please don't join them, because at some point you will lose it. All right. The next thing to do is to understand who the team is, the people behind the owners, and what their history is, what their experience is, and what they are developing, and why, or what they have developed, and why is this going to benefit you and other people in today's world and in the future. Okay, so let me introduce you to Ronald I. Now, Ronald I is our CTO. All right, he in 2018 won the Innovative Blockchain Project of the Year award, okay, which is hosted by the World Blockchain Forum, which are based in about 6 different countries. And anyone and anybody who wants to launch any form of blockchain opportunity can only do so through the World Blockchain Forum. So this man won. Okay, so that, again, big plus. All right. His background, okay, he's got a great LinkedIn profile. He's got a Facebook profile, both business and personal. So you can see his wife, you can see his children, you can see where he lives and everything that he's done for the last X amount of years on Facebook. Okay, none of it's made up. All right. He's got 25 years of experience, all right, through the internet. He's also had multiple years in mobile technology and mobile payment systems, smartphones, telco stuff, and blockchain technology. He's got lots of IPs filed under his name to mobile software development. But his biggest success is with this, BitBeta. It's 4th generation blockchain, okay? Now, for those of you that are new to blockchain, smart contracts, and Bitcoin, I'll give you a little quick history of it. Okay, it came into being in 2009, courtesy of Sakamoto. Okay, and Bitcoin is 1st generation blockchain. It can transact at a massive 6 to 7 transactions per second. It is completely, totally, and utterly useless as a payment method worldwide because it cannot transact quick enough to be practical. However, as a storage of wealth, it is absolutely fantastic. And every single coin that is in the market today is paired with Bitcoin, all right? But it will never be, you will never go down to your local shop and buy a coffee with an app on your phone and pay for it using Bitcoin, because you will stand there for 2.5 hours waiting for it to be processed, okay? It doesn't work. Whereas with your MasterCard and your Visa system, they transacted around 500,000 transactions per second, all right? That's the sort of service that you need. So they tried to better it by bringing out 2nd generation blockchain, which is called Ethereum. Okay, so the Ethereum network was brought out, and the ERC20 contract, and probably 90% of all alternate coins on the marketplace today are listed on the Ethereum network through ERC20 tokens. All right, and these tokens work differently to Bitcoin because they have SegWit taken out of the blockchain. SegWit is segregated witness. It is the witnessing of your proof of sale that has taken place on the blockchain between you and another person through the blockchain network of miners. Okay, so they've managed to remove that element out of that process and store it. And therefore, they've increased the speed of the blockchain to about 15 transactions per second. So Ethereum is totally and completely and utterly useless as a payment method worldwide. All right. So Generation 3 came out, Cardano, EOS, what's the banking one? XRP, Ripple. Okay, so they can transact a lot quicker, in the tens of thousands per second. All right, especially XRP, but with XRP, it is basically run by the banks. It is also not a public blockchain, it is private. All right, so you're in the same situation as you are today with your bank, where they control you. If they want to shut you down or take your funds, they can. It's a private network, not a public one. All right, and the whole purpose of blockchain is to be public and decentralized, not centralized. So personally, I've never touched XRP with a barge pole, and I never will. So again, massively restricted. So along come the 4th generation blockchain, developed and completely IP'd and controlled by this man, Wrong Guy. And he has created a blockchain to run on mobile. All right, and everyone has mobiles, whereas most people don't have bank accounts, believe it or not. And what this does, he has thought outside the square. The downside with all of those 3 technologies that I've told you about already is that the more people that use it, the slower the bloody system works. Okay, so you get 10 million people all trying to transact at the same time, it'll take forever. All right, whereas what this man has developed is a mobile network for us, that the more people that use it, the faster the technology and the processing goes. Because our phones are little mini nodes, each one of us, with that cloud token wallet on it. And every 1,000 of us that have the app on our phone enables them to transact at 22,500 transactions per second. We are up to like 350,000 members now, which gives us basically a potential transaction speed of around 7+ million transactions per second at the moment. So when you compare that to Visa and MasterCard, you can already see how far in front of them we are and how far this is going when we start getting to 1 million people on board and 10 million people on board. Okay, it's limitless and massive and absolutely world breaking with what we have. That's just the bit beta mobile part of our offering. Okay, so it's huge, massive, fantastic opportunity for all of us. Right, World Blockchain Forum. Okay, it's based in New York, London, Dubai, Shenzhen, and Singapore. All right, massive big offices in all of these places, as you would imagine. Anybody that wants to bring anything onto the blockchain does through this organization. All right, it is headed up by this guy, Shen Zhao. Okay, he's co-owner, him and one other person. All right, he is a multi-billionaire, this man, very, very, very public as well. All right. The beauty of being in charge of something like the World Blockchain is that you get to see every single project that crosses your desk. And guess what? When you're in that position, when you see one that actually stands out, you think, I need to be part of this. And guess what? He has done just that with our opportunity, Cloud Token. He is our strategic marketing partner. Okay. This man who heads up everything to do with blockchain chose us because of what we have, not because we're a scam, because some YouTuber who gets $2.50 a click on YouTube says we are. Okay, we have very, very public people that are well respected in their industry that show their face and their name behind our project, and they do not do that with scams. This guy also, to give you a little example, identified Plus Token last year in January, and it grew from 40 cents when it launched to 103 it is this week, $103, okay, in just over a year. And he assisted massively with the growth of that, and he has become part of Cloud Token because Plus Token is limited, because it is it's not decentralized. It only can do pair trading. It doesn't have its own main net, i.e. its own blockchain. And the reason for me, because this was something that was offered to me in September last year when it was about $12, that I didn't get involved, was because it had no transparency of my funds. It works through API keys on an exchange. Therefore, it has to use a ghost wallet. So you cannot accurately see where your money is or how much they have of it. And if there's a problem, not saying that there ever would be, but if there was, they could take your money and you'd never find it again. All right. So I stay clear of it. This is a big project and it works extremely well, but we have about 20 other irons in the fire to what Plus Token can do, which is why Shenzhou is behind our project, because we were the missing link to what they needed for Plus Token. So it's all been built again for all of us to benefit. Okay. So our official launch took place on May the 12th, a couple of weeks ago now, in Bangkok. Some big players there. Our owners were there. Ronald I was there. Okay. Who knows who this man is? Jim Rogers. Okay. He's not a comedian. All right. He is an extremely rich man, a multi-billionaire at Cloud Token launch right here. Okay. These men do not associate themselves with scam projects. All right. They just don't. This man is a co-founder of Quantum Fund and also Soros's fund. You all know who Soros is, don't you? One of the richest men in the world, him and his other crooked bankers. Okay. So he is hugely respected. He gave about an hour-long speech that is available at the launch, telling you all about our project and how it works and its benefits. Okay. He's not getting paid to do that. He's doing it because he's part of it, because he can see its potential for the world. All right. So this is our token. We launched at 30 cents. June the 2nd, there we go, we were at 39. Today we are at 43.7. All right, we are up 48% since launch in 5 weeks with the value of our token. And guess what? It's not because you've joined and Peter's robbing Paul to pay you. All right, it's because our ecosystem works, where you put in your money, it gets put into the Jarvis AI bot. Every single cent that the bot makes goes into the reserve fund. You are then paid the equivalent of what money you put in the cloud token at that level by the profit that has been made by the system on that day. So the more profit that goes in there, the more money Jarvis has to use. The more money goes in the fund, the higher the price of our token goes. And that can carry on till the cows come home, as is the proof with Plus Token, who run exactly the same strategy as what we do, except you don't have to pay $105 now to get one token. You get ours at 43.7 cents if you invest right now. Okay, so all of those tokens that all of us, or a lot of people on this call, received at 30 cents, we've already made 50% on our money in 5 weeks, plus our 10% return on our investment. So what do we have? Okay, so we have our arbitrage, we have our intelligent finance, we have our payment systems that are have already been developed, and that's what I want to really press a point to you all on. Most people, when they have come to the market with an ICO, they have said, here's our white paper, this is what we want to do, and oh, by the way, give us 100 million and we'll try and do it. And then they take the money and run off. Okay, and they never fulfill half of it, or they do, and it takes them a multitude of time, and by then the boat's been missed. Our products, our system, and everything is developed now. All of it, every single bit. The only thing that is missing is you. We need mass adoption, okay, so that we can release all of the bits that are already developed to work on our system, because of the costs behind issuing out MasterCard debit cards, the costs for issuing out all our point of sale merchandise stuff to all the shops and businesses and stuff. All of that has massive costs worldwide, and it can only be sustained through numbers. And the numbers come in, so these products get released, but they're already here. And we have all the proof and showing you all of the stuff and how it all works. It's all demonstrated and highly visible, okay? And I will tell you, are way ahead of our number projection. Ronald, when he launched in April, was hoping to have around 50,000 people on board by October, okay? And we're up to nearly 350,000 in our first few weeks. So it will give you some idea of the confidence and our technology to get that massive attraction of people at such an early stage, okay? So our development, May and June of this year, was our app launch. Okay, we've got our cloud token wallet, which we all have on our phones. And we have a franchise program launch, which I must apologize again, I still have not got information on. Then in July, August and September this year, we have our Jarvis AI upgraded with Etherium. That's already now in place. Etherium is like a wingman to you guys, all right? He is like the smart man. So he is sat there checking all of the data on all of the exchanges and going, this is what we need to do, this is what we need to do here, and this is what we need to do there. And he informs Jarvis of that, and Jarvis does all the processing and the trading of everything. It's like having a double whammy. Also with Jarvis, the other great thing that we have is triangular arbitrage, all right? We're the only ones to have it, so you might not have even heard of it, all right? Triangular arbitrage enables our system to pick up 3 pairs on any exchange all at the same time and trade with those on all of the other exchanges. We are currently on about 40 exchanges, and Jarvis is on about 200 plus sections within all of those exchanges. Okay, so that's give you some idea of how our network of configuration in arbitrage trading goes. Arbitrage trading with a bot like this, and this thing is 100% almost risk-free, because a bot cannot do anything but buy at a lower price and sell at a higher. Okay, that's what it does instantaneously from one exchange onto another at minuscule amounts, but on huge volume. All right, so it is almost 100, it's like 99.999% recurring risk-free trading. It cannot lose. All right, it makes us, let me tell you now, I will tell you, it makes between 6 and 8 million US dollars, and this was a couple of weeks ago when we only had 50 million in. I think there's about 70 plus million running through Jarvis at the moment. Between 6 and 8 million US dollars per day goes into the exchange, and sometimes it makes as much as 25% profit out of its whole funds in a 24-hour trading program. I will be very surprised today if it hasn't made 25%, because we've had 2 $900 US dollar Bitcoin spikes, which it would have picked up and absolutely milked till the cows came home. So when we have those sort of days, around 12 million goes in, and the remaining balance, anything over that, goes stays in Jarvis to give us even more funds to trade with, to go into the platform to increase our price of our token and the returns that we get. Okay, we've got Hodl coming. Okay, now Jarvis, because we have very open leaders, has a maximum that it can cope with, like most bots, monetary wise. So we have an additional project coming in called Hodl. So new people at some point will be joining the Hodl bot. The 200 odd bots that are running on all the exchange will still continue, but there becomes a finite amount of, I don't know, let's say 100 million US dollars that it can trade with, and it really cannot trade with more than that. It's not, doesn't physically have the time within a second to do any greater volume of money within the trade. So you know, and that's just how trading bots are when you're dealing with, you know, tens or hundreds of millions of dollars per second. It physically cannot move it any quicker than that. So we will have a multitude of different algorithm and bots that new people will choose from, working in exactly the same way and depositing funds into our reserve fund that increase our token value for all of our users. We've got news channels, they've come now as well. We've got our cloud development events, which are will also be appearing on blockchain, crypto wallets, cybersecurity, and our ecosystem. All right. Come October and November, this is going to be epic. Our crypto to fiat solution is launched. Now, that is going to enable you, with what you have on your cloud token wallet, to automatically, like if you will be able to store up to 40 coins in your wallet. At the moment, you can do 10 or 11. There will be 40, all right? And you can convert any of those into fiat. In your country, go down to your ATM and draw it out, all right? So we will have mini exchanges on your cloud token wallet. No need to join an external exchange, Binance, Bittrex, CoinSpot, anywhere, especially in the USA with the legislation over there. You'll be able to do everything. You've got it all on your mobile phone. Okay, you don't need to annoy and upset anybody over there. It will be absolutely fantastic. And so that's all coming. We've got our debit card payment solution. They are all going to be ready to be handed out at the end of August at the KL launch. So that's why you have a 16-digit login number, and that 16-digit login number will be on your credit card, or sorry, your debit card. There is another option that will be open to you once you become a C2, where for keeping a certain amount of tokens on your account that you have, you will then qualify to have 50% of all of the transaction fees that are processed through your debit card. So that's like 0.5% of anything that goes on in your downline credit card. Okay, nice chunk of money goes into you, probably daily, I would imagine, like everything else. And the other 50% goes where? Guess what? Not to the owners. No, it goes straight into our reserve fund to increase what? The price of our token and make us all more money. Okay. We have merchant payment solutions, our point of sale machines, right? You can now understand how massive this is as a transactional tool worldwide, with the speed and how we can transact with this system running with 40 different blockchain coins on there that you can change into the currency in whatever country you're at. So if you're off on holiday and you're traveling around the world, no need to worry. You have one Bitcoin sat on your cloud token. Okay, you just pay your card with it. There's a little video on here. You pay your card with whatever amount you want to put in there, and you go and transact, excuse me, with it. Either in a fiat solution in that country, or in Bitcoin if you want to do so, or you can transact in cloud tokens. And there are already some big contracts signed up with some massive point of sale companies out there that will all be announced very soon. All right, so I will say to you, all of this has been developed. It's already here. It's not what might happen, it's here. We're just waiting for more numbers to bring it forward. And as you can see already, a lot of these things are already creeping forward way earlier, like 3 months earlier to what they were planned. All right. So we have our business tools as well, and e-commerce stuff. So that's a little bit about the company and the massive opportunity that we have worldwide. All right. Now I'm going to tell you about the trading side of it and how you can earn money on top of what I've just showed you. All right. But there's a disclaimer, obviously. All right. Because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a consultant or a marketing professional. All right. I'm just somebody that is sharing what I've come across with all of you guys after doing my complete and utter due diligence on this opportunity and saying, you really need to look at this. But just because I've made a decision to go in it doesn't mean you have to. All right? Don't outlay anything that you can't afford to lose. Don't rush into anything. Do your own research. Consult your own legal and financial advisors, because myself or any of my team members, we are not liable for damages, expenses, or losses that you may suffer using any information that I'm telling you tonight. Okay? So unfortunately, we have to say those things, and it's really important that you take note of them and do your due diligence. Okay? One of the most important things is to have access to see what is going on the site. Okay? So built within our app are the order history. So you can watch Jarvis busily and merrily going away doing $1 million orders here all the time. Every few seconds they pop onto your screen and you watch them all in all of the exchanges. So you've got full access to what is being traded. Okay. The Jarvis AI bot, when you first put your money into the system, okay, it goes into the super wallet on the front page. You then agree to the terms and you put it into Jarvis. And you can see on Jarvis here, where this one is showing just here, that there's 0.10531191. If you went onto the blockchain now, you will see that on the blockchain. They mirror each other. On Plus token, you cannot do that. Okay? You cannot see that 1.051191. You might see 105. You won't see, and they're just guessing. They roughly know what you have, but they can't give you an actual amount showing you. So it's not fully transparent. I'm not interested. You can see anything like here on your, you know, when you want to check on Blockchain Explorer or wherever whichever coin you have here to check full visibility. You can take your funds out 24/7, any instant. It takes about 15 seconds from touching this button, swiping left, clicking max, putting your account thing in, and gone. It's out. You've got your money back. 15 seconds, tops, probably 10, to remove your money 24 hours, 7 days a week. Okay? No 30-day holding your money. In fact, there actually is a 30-day thing. You get charged 10% if you remove it out of here in your first 30 days. All right? That's going to be moved pretty soon to no charge at all. Now that he's worked out a way to free up more space within the Jarvis accounts. So there will be no penalty at all if you move in your 30 days. But that aside, you've got access to it 24/7. You can take your money out instantaneously, okay, without any worry at all. So you have the live feed, as I've shown you, 100% transparency. Now, I will not show you this demo because most of the time it ends up crashing my slide presentation. But you can see the cloud token. This is our tap and go card. Okay, it's got a 16-digit number across it. That's your login number. When you join, you have a 16-digit PIN. That will appear, funny enough, on your card when you get it, so that it can then be tied up, you know, to your mobile phone app. All right, and this is just a little video of her going, you know, putting the cloud token on there, going to the ATM and drawing out cash with it. But I will not show you that. I am going to show you this one. This is how the system works, because this one doesn't have a crash on it. So you do not need to use your credit card or your private keys to work this. It uses, you log in using your card, and it recognizes the chip on your normal card. You scan it in like this, put in your PIN number that you can see there. It will then link it to your phone. So that card is now linked. So you can now, whenever you need to log into your phone, you just scan it behind the phone like they do, and it automatically logs in. So if you lose your private keys or anything else like that, you can re-log in using that card as well. All right, very, very clever technology. And then of course you can put, you know, whatever coins you want to put onto that to spend. because that's what it's there for at the end of the day. So why cloud token? Why should you, if you're here for the first time, choose cloud token? Now, what I've already shown you today, you can imagine that if you went to a very, very large global marketing agency, it's going to cost you tens of millions of dollars to get them to put a massive, massive marketing campaign together to promote this into every country and every man and their dog. Okay, it's going to cost you fortunes to do that. All right, there's only three ways to market, three ways. That's one way. The next way they can choose is to do it through network marketing, where they would have a product, which is the cloud token, and you would have to have a membership fee that you pay every month, and then there would be ongoing, you know, monthly auto ships for your just like there is now with your mobile phone, where you have to pay your mobile, you know, line rentals and things and all of that sort of stuff every single month. All right, and that's the way they can afford to pay everybody commissions every single month from that. Okay, and the last way is through affiliate marketing, where they pay you and I to do that promotion. All right, it's the same thing. All three of those things are totally 100% legal the world over, and they have worked for tens of years. Like, it's been around for like 50 years, 60 years, maybe longer. Amway, you know, back in the 50s. So 70 years ago, this method was used. So why us? Well, names behind the project, very important. Big public figures, lots of publicity, lots of visibility, and lots of ability. The tech, well, who's come across anything that I've just gone through with you before? Is anything that I've gone through with you available out there in the marketplace today? No, it is not. How good is it to be at something that I've just shown you right at the start for a change, rather than right at the end when something's $100? Okay, you are in ground level. Okay, there are no packages to buy, nothing. The wallet for you to put on your phone is free, nothing. Go to, you know, Google Play, download it. iOS, whatever you want, download it, it's free. Okay, there's no membership fees, nothing to join, no fees every month, no monthly contracts, no auto ships, nothing. Okay, no contract. You take your money out that you put into this wallet 24/7 anytime you like. You are not buying anything. All you are doing is storing your crypto coins on this new technology, which you own the wallet of. Okay, no different to you in your bank account with your money today, except most of you don't realize that you're actually a creditor in your own bank account. And when the banks go pop, they just allowed now to take your money to pay their debt without even asking you. So, especially if you're here in Australia, they very kindly did that to all the Australians on Valentine's Day last year, but most people don't know about that one. So, what else have we got? Earn passively without sponsoring. The biggest thing to anybody that over the last 10 or 20 or 30 years has had a crack at doing multi-level marketing or network marketing. All right, because we have all gone to our parents and our families and our friends time after time after time and exhausted them to the extent where you're just going to say, John, I'd like to, and they could say, I'm going to stop you. I can't listen to any more. Okay, so people have had enough of having to win without sharing, and here you can join your cloud token. You can put your Bitcoin straight into the wallet with Jarvis and start receiving your 40 or 50 cloud tokens every single day till the cows come home, and you haven't had to tell anyone, and you win every day. And as the price goes up, as it has since the 12th, you've already gone up 45%. That's more than you will get from your bank, unfortunately, in the next 5 years on the current interest rates. and we've already paid that to you in the first 6 weeks. Okay, and no one has been scammed. Everybody's got their money, and we'll continue to do so because we have our reserve pot. Okay, it generates our revenue from arbitrage trading 24/7. Now, let me tell you what's happening. We are registered here in Australia with ASIC as Cloud Token Investment Technologies Limited. All right, you can Google that or go onto YouTube and put Cloud Token ASIC registration. And there is a video on there for 1 minute and 30 seconds that will show you the registration documents and everything that Cloud Token has. What is going on here is that one of the owners of Cloud Token is setting up with the lawyers to have that fund controlled on an escrow account, and all members will have access to those lawyers, and those lawyers will be giving legal statements at least once a day on the monies that are in that reserve fund. So the company cannot run off with basically our pool of money that our funds have generated through their system, if that makes sense. The reason why we cannot be given the wallet address to watch or see, physically go on the blockchain and see the funds, is because Ronald I has said it is like me putting a massive glass jar up with $30 million in it and say, come and take it. Because it will just be DDoS hacked until they take over control of the funds and be gone. Like, you would not be able to stop it. So all funds are always kept in cold storage. So A, they cannot be hacked. They are also not in the control of the company. They will be run by the lawyers, and all in an escrow account that we as Cloud Token holders are part of that account. Okay, so that's about as transparent as anybody can be with our money 24/7. And there will be on the app date coming with the app, at some point you will have then the visibility to see exactly how much funds we have in our reserve fund that keep increasing the price of our ports. So you will get visibility of that. At the moment, Jarvis pays into it every 4 hours of the day. And our token has the increase, as you've already seen, from Plus Token at 40 cents to over $103 in 13 months. We've got the increase to, you know, the potential to increase as well, at least 100 times over the next 12 months. So from 30 cents to $30. So how do you earn as an individual? So this is you. Don't want to tell anybody about it. You're the hermit at home, sitting there, quietly want to get on and earn some money for you and your family and not have the pressures of anything else. You deposit into your account, let's say 1 Bitcoin, okay? The company will pay you between 8 and 12% monthly. It'll be around 10%, okay? So you're going to receive 0.1 of a Bitcoin every single month on that. And you can withdraw and cancel at any time. So if you were, let's say, holding $1,000 in your Bitcoin, it's going to grow at 100% a month. So that's $100 a month they're going to give you. Your balance is adjusted daily, so they pay you out in our Cloud tokens to the equivalent of $3.33 a day if you were receiving $100 for your 1,000. If you had 10,000, you receive 1,000. That would be $33.30 a day that you're going to get. Okay. Let's say our token increases 10 times from 30 cents to $3. Your account has also just grown as well to $1,000 from the tokens that you have received at 30 cents are now worth $3. So when you look at that, for all of us in our first month, we've received our 10%, but our portfolio value has gone up by 45. All right, so it's a double win every single time. So you can win. and not do anything with anyone, regardless of how much money you have. If you want to put 50 bucks into this, put 50 bucks in, you'll win. Okay. The benefits of sharing. Now, as I've said to you, you've already had a very good idea of what's available with our opportunity. Tens of millions to push this out nationally, internationally with large marketing companies, or try and work out a way of how you would do this as a network marketing operation. So they're going to use us to do it for them, and they're going to reward us very handsomely for doing so. Okay, so here you are, you join Cloud Token, you get back to the person that introduced you to this tonight, okay, and you say, I want to join, I've got a Bitcoin, or I've got I've got $1,000 I want to put in. All right, in order to get any of these benefits of sharing, you have to have a minimum of $500 US in your wallet. We recommend that you put between $600 and $650 US in to allow for the fluctuation that goes on within Bitcoin, because you do not want to wake up tomorrow morning and see your account saying $499 and you've just missed out on your entire team's donation monies for that day until you go back over the 500. Okay, so you go out, you pop next door to your neighbor and say, Johnny, you've got to look at this. You show him webinar, you jump on board. He says, yeah, I'm going to put my 500 bucks, or I'll put my $1,000 in. The company are going to give you 100% matching bonus daily, yes, daily, on what your friend has just put in. So let that just sink in for a minute. He then pops next door to the next door neighbor. They're going to give you 50% daily for whatever he puts in. So you put your 500 bucks in, okay? He's put 500 in. He's put 500 in. So you're going to receive 5 tokens from this one and 2.5 tokens, let's say, from this one every single day, plus your 5. It doesn't take very long for you to start accumulating a lot of extra tokens just by sharing. Okay, bear in mind, these people aren't having to buy anything, invest in anything. They are just downloading the Cloud Token app onto their phone, putting their Bitcoin in there, and letting Jarvis do its job. And for that, you're going to get a whole chunk of reward tokens that are going up in value. No purchases, nothing. Okay. Every single person that you bring in will open another level for you, all the way down to 21 levels. Okay. So from your level 3 down, you will receive 5% on every single level. So if you want to be paid 5% on everybody down 21 levels deep, you need to have personally brought in 21 people. If you bring in 5, fantastic. You are still going to get paid on 5 levels. 100% on your first, 50 on your second, 5, 5, and 5. Okay. So this is our reward for helping the company promote and bring this amazing opportunity to the marketplace. All right. Now, this is where it gets exciting. These are the bits I've just shown you, level 1, level 2, and level 3 to 21. Okay, where you get the 100%, 50%, and 5. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I will be a C1. I nearly got there today. That is having $200,000 in your downline. For that, the company pay me an extra 5% on my front line. They pay me an extra 5% on my second. But here is where it gets extremely good. I get 5% on my 3rd to 21. So my business has just doubled everywhere down. That's huge. I get a double up of my business tomorrow morning, all right, on my 3rd to 21 levels. When I get to C2, and I'm working with people to get them to my level, that's my job, to build my team and get my 3 C1s, I get another 10%. So my business then is going to go to 20% from the 5 that it was. I'm going to get 4 times that amount, then 15%, 20%, and so on. I'll put this into monetary terms for you, because when you guys join, or if you've joined, there is a video on there from Luigi, a heartwarming one that I watched at the weekend about that poor man's experiences and what has happened to him this year, and how he's found Cloud Token, and he now leads it with Justin, with all our webinars and other things that they do for us. And he is about to become a C3. Now, as a C1, you will earn between 300 and 500 US dollars per day. Okay? Per day. Let that just sink in. Every single day of the week. And you do not have to do another thing. Like, I could disappear off the face of this earth now, never to be seen again, and I will receive that money every single day, because my money is being loaned, it goes into the reserve fund, they pay me. And that's how this ecosystem works. As a C2, you will earn between 4,000 and 7,000 US dollars per day. That's where Luigi is at the moment. Okay. As a C3, you will earn between 15 and 25 or 30,000 US dollars, sometimes actually more. There was one guy in at our launch who was already a C3 and was earning nearly 50,000 US dollars per day, just for sharing. Okay. And this is real. This is not robbing Peter to pay Paul. This is all derived from monies in the Jarvis bot going into our reserve fund and paying us. Every single day this ecosystem works. If we have absolutely no more people join, we will still earn this every single day. Okay? Really important for you to understand that. We are not reliant on one more person to join for you to receive these monies. All right? It's happening on what we have now. So there are our rank promotions. You can become a multi-millionaire in this company inside 12 months if you want to share it. Okay. So 200,000 under your team bonus, 3 C1s. So that'll be roughly $1 million under me by the time I get to C2. Okay. As a C3, you're probably going to have somewhere between $3 and $5 million under you. C4, I don't know, 10 million plus, I should think, and so on. And you get a revenue share then as a C4 in the company, or C5. You get 5% company revenue share. Not that you'd want much more, because by the time you get there, you'd probably be on about 250,000 a day, which you would probably struggle to spend. But all of these revenues, not just from that, but from the mobile phone, from the point of sale merchants, we have got so many fingers coming into our pie to feed us with huge monetary amounts of money from our technology. We're not just reliant on the one thing. So let me tell you what this could be worth to you, as well as what I've just shown you there. Okay, let's just say that between now and 10 months, okay, you accumulate 25,000 cloud tokens. All right, and that, let me tell you, is very achievable for absolutely everyone here, and most people will be at that sort of level in probably 2 to 3 months from now, let alone a year. All right, and our price goes up to $10 from where it currently sits, so 30 times growth from launch. You'll be sat on $250,000 US dollars, 325,000 Australian if you live here. If it goes to $20, well, thank you very much. That's $500,000. $500,000 US dollars, nearly $750,000 Australian. Bearing in mind, there are C3s out there that are earning 50,000 cloud tokens per day at this level. So the more you can accumulate now while they're at 40 cents, when they become $4, you've made 10 times that money. So you may have received, you know, I don't know, 100 tokens today at 40 cents, which is $40 worth. but when they become 10, it's $4,000 to you. So today's $40 is going to be worth 4,000 to you. So it's a double win, because you are getting your 10% every month, plus what they're paying is also going up in huge value for you as well. And that is basically the story of Cloud Token, okay? And the opportunity that presents itself to all of us, and why, after all of the hurt and aggravation and losses that I have incurred, I am part of this program and happy to help everybody else be a part of it. And that is why I'm doing this. So if you guys have got any questions, feel free to unmute yourselves and I will happily ask or answer whatever you might want to ask.
Tim?
Duncan?
I've got a few questions. I've actually put them in the chat from, one's from Angela. She's not on the call, but she's messaged me to ask this question. I'm just going to put it to you because I think
I can see it here. I'm reading it.
Yeah.
So should I convert the CTO to Ethereum and put them in Jarvis, or wait till it's a bigger amount, or let it grow by CT value? My question is, if I have BTC in my Coinbase wallet, do I have to cash it out?
That's a separate question.
Ah, okay. No, like I can see exactly what she's saying. She's saying, okay, I've got 10,000 cloud tokens. Shall I sell them into Ethereum, which might be worth $1,000, and then put that $1,000 of Ethereum back into Jarvis?
Yeah.
No. Why on earth would you want to do that? Because that $1,000, you've then gotten rid of 10,000 cloud tokens to put $1,000 worth into Jarvis that is going to pay you about 8 tokens a day.
Yeah. No.
So you've then got to wait months to get back what you've just given away for that 1,000. The idea is to accrue now and spend later, unless you desperately need the money, or you're a C2 or C3 or whatever. You know, you know, like Luigi, he takes money out once a week or something like that to live on, 5 or 10 grand here and there.
My advice is hold on to them, and if you need them,
absolutely,
take out 10%, 20%, and that 10 or 20% is going to compound. So you're going to be taking out more and more. At the
moment, you're going to have to take more and more out or not more and more, but you know, if you want $1,000, you've got to take, you know, what, 4,000 more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm useless, but you're going to have to take a whole lot out. Like, why not wait until Cloud Token was $10, and then you know you needed 1,000, you'll have to draw 100 tokens out to do that.
Can you see the other question? It's actually from somebody else.
If I have BTC in my Coinbase wallet, do I have to cash it out, sell it, and then buy Ethereum, or can I use my BTC balance to buy the Ethereum? Why does she want to buy Ethereum?
It's he. I don't know.
You can, if they've already got Bitcoin, they might as well transfer Bitcoin into Cloud Token wallet and invest in Bitcoin. If they feel they would rather have their investment in Jarvis, in Ethereum, because they feel that might go up greater than what Bitcoin might, then they buy Ethereum and lend it in there. But I wouldn't, you know, you need to have a strategy. The only one I'd be playing, or the only two that I would be playing around with at the moment, with that would be Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin, because of the halving coming up, especially with Litecoin in the next 45 days. You know, it's already gone up considerably, but it's had a fair old retrace back, and it could easily double from where we're at or triple from here. So, you know, if he had a Bitcoin, he had 10 grand's worth of Litecoin, in 45 days, that could be worth the equivalent of 30,000. So it might have been a smart move investing it in Litecoin now.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, anybody? If you want to unmute yourself.
Hi, it's Christine. I'm new to all this. That's like another language to me at the moment, but I should really trusted my friend. So what I want to ask, you know, when you were saying you can earn about $300 to $400 a day being a C1.
Yeah.
That's without C1. That's without I've told a few people already, but the C1, that's without telling anyone. Is that right?
No, well, it depends. If you've got $200,000 that you want to put in yourself in Bitcoin, then you become a C1.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
So that's the earnings. As a C1, that's what you will earn every single day, because you've got around $200,000 underneath you in your team. And the reason it's between, let's say, $200 and $400 is it depends if they're on your first, second, or where your main chunk of your business is for the percentages that you can earn. But I mean, I'm earning, well over about 240 US dollars a day. As soon as I get to C1, that will put another $100 on it anyway, because of my downline. On that part of my business, literally doubling from 5 to 10%. So, that's like $350 a day. And I've done that in under 6 weeks from nothing, from me just joining.
It's worth mentioning. Sorry, Tim.
Yeah.
It's worth mentioning that 200,000 seems a lot, but I can tell you, it's amazing how quickly that happens. I mean, I can see it so clearly. It's happening.
I've got people in my downline that as soon as we get the private keys, there are 2 or 3 people that jump in well in excess of 100 grand each.
Wow.
As soon as they've got, there's money. There's people out there that you have no idea what sort of money they've got. We have accounts in there with people with with $1 million accounts in Cloud Token.
So in order to have that happen, do you need a number of people for that to happen?
Yes.
On C1?
Unless, as Tim says, you've got the funds yourself.
Yeah, which I don't.
It's not that many.
If you just started, honestly, if you just, let's say you join and you put 1,000 US dollars in.
Yeah.
And you bring in 10 of your friends and they do the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Those 10 have only got to go out and do the same thing themselves, and your account is already worth 100 grand.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that makes it easier. Thank you for explaining that. Yeah,
this is all about, if that's it. It's just $1,000. You'd have 200 people in your entire network, and you're there, aren't you, with $1,000 each?
Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you.
Or just introduce 5 people, help them do the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, that's even better. Thank you.
But you don't have to recruit anybody if you don't want to, but you can see the huge advantages if you do, because it's just like having you, again, every time you join someone on your first line. Yes. So if you put $1,000 in and you go and bring 5 people in that do the same, it's like $5 grand that you haven't got to put in yourself to get that amount of tokens. Yeah. So it's a huge incentive, huge incentive to share this. And as Duncan said right at the start, the greatest thing is that those people that actually hate going out having to share this with anybody will actually do so because they say you don't have to share it.
Oh, yes.
Because they'll have to say, oh, I'm doing this great thing and I don't have to share it with anyone. and you go, oh, what is it? And then they show you, oh, I want to do that as well then if I don't have to share it with anyone. And that's how it works, honestly.
Can I ask a question? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Fire away, Nina.
Is Christine finished? Sorry, Christine.
Yeah, no, I've finished now.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify, if I could. When I came in with my $550, I put it straight into Jarvis. So that wasn't necessarily the right thing to do.
Yes. Yes.
Why? Yes, it was.
Oh, I thought I had to keep it in the wallet to get the token.
No, your tokens that you're receiving every day, getting rewarded every day. The question that lady was asking: should she keep them or should she cash them in? Basically, that's what.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. I thought she was talking about keeping them in the wallet.
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
when you join, Nina, you put, let's say, your $500 straight into the super wallet, and then you converted it to the projects, to Jarvis, and lent it in. And then Jarvis pays you cloud tokens. So when you log in every day, you see at the top CTO, and it says, 500 or 200 cloud tokens, and it tells you what they're worth. And she's just saying, oh, well, what if I sold those into Ethereum and put them back into Jarvis? Would it be beneficial? And I'm saying, no, it would not. You just earn all those tokens, accrue your tokens, as many as you can, while they're 40 cents before they're $4. Because they're worth more to you that way than cashing them and putting them into Ethereum and trying to get a couple more after selling them all.
So you put the maximum amount into the Jarvis straight away?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever you can afford.
Yeah.
Does
that take long? Sorry, does that take long to process? Because I brought my husband in.
48 hours.
48 hours. Oh, okay.
Before you get your token. So if you were here in Australia and you joined before 1 o'clock in the morning here tonight, so within the next 5 hours, tomorrow I will get nothing. But on Tuesday morning when I wake up, there'll be tokens.
Okay, all right. It was taking a bit longer with hubby, so I was wondering why that was. Okay, that's
it's about 48 hours. Yeah.
Goodie.
If you know the last 4 digits of his number, then Duncan can check it down in his team.
Oh yeah.
And tell you the amount that's there. And as long as we can see the amount that is on there, your tokens are coming, because it means it's in the Jarvis system.
I see. Oh great. Okay, I'll contact Duncan. That's lovely. Thanks, Tim. That's cleared that one up.
Just while you're Nina, while you're talking about you introducing your husband, I don't know whether everybody understands this, but as an example, you've just introduced your husband. Let's say as an example, I don't know what he funded his account with, but whatever he receives each day, you are receiving exactly the same.
Yes.
So it's like, I mean, if you think about that, it's like he is receiving, let's say, 20 tokens a day. You are receiving 20 tokens a day for introducing him. Money. Wow.
How can they afford to do that?
And I did. Why? Because they don't want to go to the extent of having multi-level marketing as their way to market, and they don't want to hire massively expensive marketing companies to promote their things. They want us to promote it, and we get rewarded by doing that.
Yeah.
And Plus Token have exactly the same package as we do. They run exactly the same way, and they're 13 months down the road and over $103 per token now. And with the same method, because it's an ecosystem. It's not reliant on you putting money in to pay me. It's reliant, the more money that goes in, the more money Jarvis has, the more money it puts in our reserve pot, and the higher the price of the token that we get paid in goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ecosystem. So if it stops tomorrow and nobody else joins, there's 70 million in there that will keep us all going. Yes, our token will go up because Jarvis is putting money in there every day. So it's not reliant on new people to come in. We will still succeed with the very amount of people that we've got in there. It may be slower, but we will still succeed in the same way, because Jarvis, with the spike that it's had today, will still chuck $10 million tomorrow into our platform, into our reserve fund for us.
Yeah, win-win really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a fantastic opportunity for all of us, especially those that were in BitConnect and USI and all of the other Dabble coin and all of those things that we all got involved in and lost. It's, this is everything that those companies should have been had they done this properly, or rather, have we done our due diligence properly and not got stupid and just joined because we thought it would. So, this has got everything, and it's all there and it's visible, and
Okay, anybody else got any questions?
Yeah, I have.
Go, fire away, Guy.
Yeah, I'm a bit dense on this. I'm really, really sorry. But to join this, I would need to go and try to buy something like Bitcoin or something to join. I couldn't join this and invest. So I've got to go and buy the coin first before I can jump into this. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and Duncan can help you with that, or I can. It depends. Oh, you're in the UK, so Duncan is. So, like, we can organise Bitcoin for you onto an account, and we can get you easily with the phone onto your, or the app onto your phone, and the Bitcoin put on there and process it from there. But yeah, any crypto coin can go in there, but you can't transfer £10,000 from your bank account onto the cloud token wallet. You can't do that. It has to be in cryptocurrency.
Okay, right. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Tim. I understand that now. Thank you.
Guy, are you new to crypto?
Very.
Okay. Listen, it's a lot easier than you think. It's like anything. It's just understanding it in a simple way. And don't get confused by, when we're talking about Ethereum or all the alternative coins. It is quite a simple system to set up. If you need any help, give me a shout. I'll talk you through it.
Yeah, maybe a bit later on or something, I'll contact you and we can have a bit of a chat about it.
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Duncan.
That's okay.
Okay, anybody else? Any questions? Just so everybody knows, we have another call tonight at 10 p.m., exactly the same link. If you have any relatives, friends, anybody in the States, now's your chance to contact them, get them on that call. Thanks very much, Tim. Brilliant call. Appreciate your
my pleasure.
Time and effort.
We're here to help you. I want each one of you guys that are on here tonight to be in my position in 6 to 8 weeks.
Just talking about that.
Honestly, no reason why you can't be.
Just talking about that. Anybody on this call who wants to get to C1, let me know.
Yes, that's me, Christine.
Good. Okay.
And we can help, honestly, we can help you get there. We can tell you how you get there, and it's just sharing. It's just telling people what you're involved in, showing them, but most importantly, bring them to this webinar.
Okay, we'll do.
And to other webinars, and we get you into our Facebook pages so that they can learn as well and get comfort, and then they start winning themselves. They start seeing the app working, they start seeing the tokens coming in, they start getting excited, and that's how our ecosystem grows, and that's how it gets taken up and mass adoption takes place.
Well, all I would recommend is just ask people a question. Are you involved in crypto?
Okay.
If they say yes or no, I mean, if they say no, just ask them another question. Just ask them, have you thought about it, or are you interested in finding out more about it? If they say yes, ask them another question. Can I ask you, where do you hold your funds, your crypto? They have to hold it in a wallet somewhere. And then if they say whatever wallet they say, just ask them this question. Would you like to earn from that, from holding your funds in your own wallet, and earn from that every day? No different than holding money in, if you had money in a personal bank account, you don't earn any interest on it. If you move it from that bank account to a high interest account, you're going to get some kind of an interest, not much, but it's worth doing. And it's exactly the same. It's just moving it from a wallet where you're not earning anything unless the crypto goes up in value, and putting it into a wallet where you're earning every day from Arbitrage. That's
as well as it going up in value.
Exactly.
Or down.
That's it in a nutshell.
Okay. That's good to know. Just really quickly before we go, did someone mention Big Club earlier? No? I thought, that's all right. I thought I heard someone say something about Big Club. They would, okay. All right, no, that's all right.
Just so also, Christina and Guy, just remember that your bank, your high street bank, that's how it functions now. Every cent that you put in there goes to their traders on the stock market to gamble with.
Right.
Okay, that's how they make their interest. That's how they make their money, using your money to fund their gambling habits, and they pay you the piss poor percentage of 1 or 2% a year, or 3% or something like that over a year in a high interest account while they get the same as what an arbitrage bot makes every single day on tens of millions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is why they get their big fat bonuses of 100 millions and this millions and those,
Wow.
because they get all the bonuses and you do not. And then on top of that, you are the creditor now in the bank. So if they then lose all their money like they did in 2008, they'll take your funds to get it back. It's fantastic.
And on top of that, they charge you for using their service.
Yeah.
It's very slow, especially when you want to send it abroad and all of those things. That's why you have to get out of today's controlled society with your government and banks and everything else and get onto peer-to-peer. So that if you and I want to transact, we transact. We don't need the bloody bank to slow it all down and charge us.
No wonder the banks are really scared.
Yeah.
They should be. They've been screwing us over for donkey's years.
Yep.
They have.
Christine,
The time has come.
who introduced you, Christine?
Tina Brownlee.
Tina.
Oh, good. She's here in Australia.
Yeah.
I was chatting to her before. So she must have got that link to you, because I only sent it out like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
She said, oh, quick, I know somebody that wants to jump on. So that's great. I'm glad you jumped on. Yeah, Tina's in my downline, so she's doing really well.
Yeah.
She's going to be a C1. She's at about 70 or 80,000 in her first 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I see the potential. I get it now when you explained it earlier about getting 5 and helping them to get 5, etc., etc. So
Yeah.
I can see it won't take that long.
Tina's a great leader as well. So you just go to her. She's in my downline, so I'm helping her all the time, and Damien. And
Oh, okay, great.
do you know Damien?
Yes, I know Damien very well.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's going to do just as well. So yeah, anytime you need some help, just let me know. I'm always doing stuff for them.
All right. Well, I'll talk with them anyway because they really know it well.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys. Thanks very much. Unless anybody's got any more questions, we'll finish, and hopefully we'll see you on the call tonight, 10 p.m.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll see you. See you in the morning then, Duncan.
Okay.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
That's all right. See you later, guys.
Thank you,
you.
Tim.
Bye.
Bye now.
Thank you.